the context of the AFC, let's do the AFC for a moment here. How much of football and deciding who's good and who's not is about the resume, the benefit of the doubt, the who's done it before? Because I think it's most of it. No one took the Steelers seriously, right? Because why would you?
Because we've seen the same story every single year for 5 years.
I don't know that how many people are taking the Colts seriously. I think you might to a degree, but I feel like they have a lot more to prove. Meanwhile,
definitely,
where are the Chiefs? 3-3. Like, oh, they're great. How are the Bills? Lose 2 in a row. Like, oh, they're going to be fine. The Bills are going to be fine. The Chiefs are great. Lamar comes back after the bye. Baltimore is co-favorites to win that division.
Yeah.
Like, you still
have... Actually, I haven't checked this morning. They might be favored.
You still have these 3 teams here that,
they're favored.
Regardless of their early struggles in the season, they look like they are, we'll wait to get through this and then get them to the playoff, and those will be the 3 teams we'll be talking about yet again. And for Indy, I mean, what's it going to take? They're going to have to actually knock off one of those 3 teams in a regular season game in the playoffs. It is one of the very interesting games this weekend. It's Colts-Chargers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Yep.
Whoever wins that game, I don't know if they become a little bit more real. The Chargers are battling a lot of injuries. If the Colts win that game, that's a good win for them.
Right. Like, what's the level of belief from people that it's not just going to be Bills and Chiefs in the AFC Championship again? They're just not going to run it back.
Right.
Because that will happen when you get to playoff time. It doesn't even matter if the Colts are the 1 seed or if they have home field advantage. And Daniel Jones has done this through the whole regular season. When you show up to a playoff game and it's Patrick Mahomes versus Daniel Jones, you're going to believe Patrick Mahomes is going to win that football game.
Yeah.
Or if it's Josh Allen against Daniel Jones, you're going to believe that Josh Allen's going to win that football game. Or Lamar or whoever. And honestly, like, the Colts are in this weird space now that maybe they've entered a place where the Bills kind of live, perennially, which is that there's nothing left you can really prove to me in the regular season. You look great, and you could disprove it in the regular season, but you can't go any further on my feeling of you being a contender until I see you do it against the big teams in the playoffs. And do they play a team like that in the regular season? Because that could do a lot for them. Like, if they were to beat the Chiefs, which they play on November 23rd, they go to Arrowhead. They win that game, and Jones looks good. Like, okay, that could do it.
Yeah.
But at this point, even beating the Chargers, I don't think that'll do it, because the Chargers are seen as the same thing. It's, you're really talented, but I'm never going to believe you're going to win that big game when we get there. And for the Colts, for people to believe that they're going to do that, I think you got to see them beat Kansas City. They don't play the Bills, so they're not going to have that try.
Right. There's one other team that I think falls in that same bucket with the Chargers and the Colts, and that's New England. Right? New England is good, but how good? Right? Are they Bills good?
They did this. They did beat the Bills. They did it in Buffalo.
That's right. They did beat the Bills.
And the quarterback looked good.
I saw yesterday, I've seen my first someone is predicting the Patriots to win the division.
Yeah?
Chris Sims.
Okay.
Who is, I don't think he's a hot take artist.
No, not.
I think he's
a
really. Huge Josh Allen fan. Has been a guy that's on the Bills all the time.
Yeah.
Chris Sims on his podcast yesterday said, "Why am I talking about Buffalo? I think the Patriots are going to win the East."
Yeah.
That's the first person I've seen say, "I think that's my call. That's my pick." Maybe more of that comes after this week if they do their job and beat Tennessee.
They will, and they should probably smoke that
And then
team.
the following week, it's
Cleveland,
and the Bills play the Panthers. And the following week, the Bills are playing the Chiefs.
Yeah,
like it could get really interesting. But I thought about the Bengals playing last night is one of the reasons I thought about this. While we've been here living life of Bills Chiefs, we of course did see Cincinnati make a Super Bowl, and I thought about that for the Patriots. I'm not exactly predicting this, but when the Bengals made the Super Bowl, I don't know how many people thought about them as the team that's going to make the Super Bowl, right? They went to Tennessee and won. That's the year they make it? They go to Tennessee and knock off the 1 seed.
Bills. It was the day before the 13-second game.
Right. Yeah. The Bills are then going to go to Kansas City and lose.
Yep.
And we thought if they win that game, of course they're going to beat Cincinnati. And then here's Cincinnati. They just make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they go to Arrowhead, they shut out Mahomes in the second half, and they win in overtime.
Right.
Yeah.
So
after, by the way, the Chiefs won the coin toss. Remember that?
I do. I remember.
Chiefs won the coin toss, and everyone's like, "Oh, here we go again, back-to-back weeks." And then I believe they picked off Mahomes and kicked a field goal to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'll never forget the roar when they announced who had won the toss in that game.
Oh, yeah.
It was like they scored a touchdown. But anyway, a team sneaking in that's not the Bills or the Chiefs, it gets to the root of how people feel about the Bills. We've asked this question, like, if the Bills don't make it, who do you want to make the Super Bowl? And a very popular answer is the Chiefs, because it makes the Bills look less bad. But if somebody else snuck in there, if all of a sudden we're watching a Super Bowl and, I'm sorry, the Jaguars have made it, or the Patriots are in, or the Colts are in here, that makes the Bills, to me, if you want to say makes them look worse, or if it makes Bills fans kind of look at what's going on here and said, wait a minute, you've had a million years to finally get over that team. I saw somebody else do it one time, and if I see somebody else do it, I got problems. I don't think that's going to be Pittsburgh. I don't think it's going to be Indy.
Does it matter if it's got to be like if it's Daniel Jones? I guess that would be its own special kind of hell if Daniel Jones was able to do it. But I'm thinking more about like May for this point would be different because he's in the second year. He's in the second year of his career, and if Drake May were to do what we just laid out, he beats the Chiefs. They win the division, and he goes to the Super Bowl. I don't really see that happening either, but if he does it, yeah, that's going to feel more big picture. It's going to feel like you've been really passed.
Yep.
And I think it'll fuel the anger of not making it in the last 7 years. It'll fuel like that little bit of frustration that you have or bitterness about the 13-second game or 4 losses to Kansas City in the playoffs. I think that gets tripled if you see a team like that with a new quarterback on the scene that's able to do it before you did it with Allen. That's McDermott and Bean, right? Like, fans are coming for their heads.
Yeah.
As much as if they lose in a wild card round or whatever. As much as what they do themselves would fuel anger towards them, I think if that happens, get ready.
803-0550, our phone number, and 1-888-550-2550 to join us, Jeremy and Joe.
I don't think New England is going to the Super Bowl, by the way.
No.
I think they are possible to win the division.
Yeah.
I think that's real. And they're good enough on offense. They have the schedule. It is interesting to see some of their, like we mentioned DVOA yesterday, like maybe their defense actually isn't good. And we'll see if that gets tested. Not this week, but eventually. But they might have similar problems to the Bills defensively. Maybe not the whole roster. Like, they've got a great corner duo, right?
Yep.
But other than that, maybe they're kind of lacking.